Welcome to Big Pine Healing Farms, where I share with you insights and tips on how to reduce the use of chemicals in your life. And this video is going to be about how to raise potatoes the traditional method, of course, without chemicals. And I have planted 64 pounds of seed potatoes. So 64 pounds of seed potatoes, if everything is perfect, which it never is, will technically produce 640 pounds of potatoes because it's 1 pound of seed will produce 10 pounds of potatoes in ideal conditions. So I expect to get 300 something pounds between my husband and I. That should keep us through for a whole year. So we love potatoes. So these potatoes are 2 weeks old. They've been planted a foot apart in rows 3 feet apart. And you'll see, you look and say, well, that doesn't look like a foot apart. The potatoes themselves were planted a foot apart. They're russets and they were full of sprouts. And I plant the whole potato. When you plant potatoes, you can cut the potato in half or in quarters, depending on the size, and plant each sprout, and that will give you 1 potato plant. But what I learned in growing in the Northeast is that can lead to symptoms of blight. It wasn't blight, but it showed, like, towards the middle of the growing season, the plant that was planted that way with the cut potato seed, that plant, the leaves started rotting from the base up. I decided to raise potatoes, just plant them in the ground whole and let them be. I plant them a foot apart, and they do really well that way. So no signs of blight at all. So there's plenty of soil to pull up against the plant. So here in about, let's see, the plant will be up to about this high, so maybe 2 more weeks. I'll take my hoe. First, I'll have to till in between the rows to loosen the soil. And then I will take my hoe and I will bring the soil up against the plant, create a hill up against the plant so that the plant has a place to produce the potatoes. And you do that several times in the growing season. So, and that's all you have to do to get it ready to produce potatoes. Now, the second thing you want to do when you're raising the potatoes, they look beautiful right now, right? And they're going to get ready to flower at flowering stage, which will be in July, mid-July. The insect pressure is stronger. Let me first show you what a potato beetle is and how to identify the eggs that it lays. And that is a labor of love. You know, you have to check every day on your potatoes. Especially, it seems like the more you grow potatoes, every year the potato beetle seems to return sooner. Smart little fellas. Let me show you what the potato beetle looks like. So that is what the potato beetle looks like. And let me get it closer for you. Right now it's probably, well, it's eating right now. So this is what the potato beetle looks like. It's eating its breakfast. Then it's going to lay eggs probably. It doesn't know it's going to come to an end here in a minute. I'm going to kill it. I squish them or I put them in a bucket of soap water. So the Colorado potato beetle eggs, they're orange. And this is the way they form. And I just do this to kill them. I can't believe they're here already. These potatoes just popped up. Boy. I've got to go through each plant and look at the underside of the leaf, but it's kind of a Zen thing, because if you just sit and look out over the patch, the orange kind of pops out. So it's a good thing that the eggs are orange. And I do this every evening usually. Another way to reduce insect pressure would be to put super light plant insect barrier down on your plants when you plant the potatoes. I didn't do that because I just wanted to get them in the ground. It was wet, it was rainy, it was buggy. So meanwhile, I've had to pick the insects off and the eggs. So today, I will, after going through the plants, making sure all the insects are off and all the eggs are off, hopefully, I've covered the rows and the row cover on the plant until it starts to blossom. And then of course you'll take it off. You'll still have insect pressure, but that will have greatly reduced the insect pressure by applying the row cover. Well, it's wet and buggy, but the potatoes need to go in the ground. So here I go. They go 1 foot apart.
interested in a garden?
Thanks for watching to the end of the video. I hope this inspires you to raise your own potatoes, whether you do it the traditional method or other methods. It's worth it. There's nothing like a homegrown garden potato. And there's so many varieties out there. And they're so good for you. And it's so good for the planet to raise anything without chemicals. So, again, thanks a lot, and hope you like it, and hope you subscribe, and look for more informative short videos to come. Bye.